What's up everyone? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Walden Wong Inks, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to clean these Rapidograph technical pins. They are a little bit of a pain to clean, but if you know a certain way to clean it, as well as a hack that I'm going to show you, it's not that bad. So without further ado, let's get this started. Now let's take a look at some of the pieces that are inside this Rapidograph Koh-I-Noor tech pin. All the components and the mechanisms that's inside. This way you won't lose track of all the pieces you have when you start cleaning it. So the first thing I do is I'll just unscrew the cap like this, and then I'll unscrew every part. This part I don't really need to clean, it's just a handle. And then I'll unscrew this part, and then in a jar, like the jar of water, I'll just throw the pieces inside. Okay, and then the cap, I will also drop that right in there. This part here. I'll hold this bottle, I'll hold it like this, and I'll start shaking it. When you're shaking it, this somewhat cleans it. You don't need to get any soap solution or anything. And then when you're pouring it out, you're letting the dirty water soak through your fingers, and you're catching the pieces inside between your fingers. This way, if you're doing this over a drain, you won't lose your pieces. Now, in our stores, they have this key that you can use. This is the Rapidograph key, right here. This helps open up this part. So right here, you attach this. Anytime you buy one of these Rapidograph pins, it comes with one of these keys. So you just unscrew this, okay? And then you would just drop this in the bottle of water. Just drop this in here, like that, okay? After you drop that, drop this piece in here. Then right there, it's somewhat cleaning itself. And then you do the same thing again. You hold it like this so water doesn't come out, and you start shaking it. Just like this. Now in our stores, they have the pin cleaning kit. It's basically a pump. It comes with another key, it comes with this pump, and another cylinder thing. I don't really use any of those. This is the only thing that I use here. So what I'll do is, I'll take this, I'll pick up some water, I'll pump up some water in here, and then I'll insert this part right into here. Now, once I insert it, I use the key, and then I'll tighten it again. And then I'm gonna start squeezing it. So when I squeeze it, some of the ink will come out in between the barrel. So this will clean the Rapidograph kit. Okay. The other step is to pump it like this, get rid of all the air inside the pump, and put it submerged in water, and then let that pump suck water through the pin nozzle. That way it's cleaning it backwards. Now for those of you who doesn't have this, there's a hack to clean these Rapidograph pins without having to buy this. Let me show you how. Now this is the little cartridge that's inside the Rapidograph. There's a way to clean this without actually having to use this. So look here, see this part. Some of them are red, some of them are clear, some of them are black. What you do is you hold this, and then you slightly tilt it. Once you tilt it, it'll snap this plastic part open. You see that? That little plastic part? Once you take that off, you're gonna very carefully remove this, okay? Once you remove that, just swish that in water, use water and just pour it over your sink, and that will clean that little small part. Be careful about this little small tip. This is the needle point. You want to make sure you don't bend that little point right over here. It's very hard to see. Very thin line. What you want to do is take this part and then slowly drop it in. Like this. You don't want to push it in, just let it fall in by itself. Then you take this plastic part and then you put it on the bottom and you just push it in. Once it's in there, then it's all attached together. Once you have this, you want to take this plastic piece and then take your key and then insert the key right on the front of it. There's ridges like right over here. So you put this in here and then you turn it. So when you turn it, just tighten it. You don't want to overly tighten it. Just enough. Okay. And then once you have that, then you take this. This is what holds the ink. Usually I'll take the dropper and then I'll feed the ink in there. I'll feed it just right where that line is. Full cartridge of ink. And then I'll put this back in here. Tighten it. Then I'll take the next piece, which is this holder. Tighten it back in here. Then I'll take the barrel, tighten it back. So right now it's not going to be working. So you shake it and then you tap the back of this, give it a few taps. What it does is, this is designed where you tap here and it forces air into the barrel and it should start working. So let's see if this works. And there you have it. Now the Rapidograph is working again. Thanks for watching this episode of the Walden Wong inks. And if you want to get a brush cleaner on your own, one of these pumps, I've added links below that you can order from. And when you order this brush cleaner, it comes with a little key. This key is essential for you to open up the nib holders over here. So any questions, comment down below. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and hit like. And if you don't want to order one of these, you can use the hack method I mentioned earlier, where you're removing the piece, tilting and clicking off that little plastic part and gently removing that pin. That's one way to clean it, but you have to be very careful. Until next time, have a good time cleaning these little Rapidograph pins. It's not as hard as you think it may be, but once you get used to it, you can do it really quickly. It only takes me maybe 3 minutes to clean one of the pins. Until next time, have fun.